Okay. So I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Great, thanks. This sounds like fun.
Set it right from the counter for me, please. Set them right up.
How does it feel to be a sex symbol? Not very sexy, actually. It's still like, movies have this weird impact, you know, and you start to have this, like, you have your real life and then you have this, like, artificial, you have the real world and you have this, like, artificial world, you know, and I mean, for me, it's completely different because it's totally a creation of a film, you know, or the internet like kind of makes characters out of people, you know. So it's like you know, I think it's very different from my perspective than it would be, you know, from anyone else's, because it doesn't feel like I see the construction of it. You know? What about can parties? I mean, you tell me.
Yeah.
I've been working. How have they been? I wish I had a better answer for that, but it's been just a lot of work, but fun, you know, fun work. Song of the moment. Drive, a turning point. Yeah, I mean, Drive was, you know, especially coming here, you know, to the festival. It was, yeah, it had such a big, you know, like, I think it had a big effect on all of our lives, you know. But it also was the birth of a lot of collaborations, you know. I think that people really took ownership over that character, you know, which is nice. I think it's always great when you feel like you pass it on. You know, it's a character on the page, or it's in your imagination, and then it becomes so real that other people are playing it. You know, I remember being in New York and going out like 2 in the morning to walk my dog and seeing this guy in the Drive jacket walking down the street, you know, and feeling like, you know, like realizing just the life that it had outside of me now. Being in Hollywood. That's me. The road to Hollywood was paved by David Cronenberg.
Yeah. From
Canada. I mean, I don't even think there was, I don't know what, I mean, I know it's not so far away, but it could have been another planet, you know. I don't think anyone, I don't know, when we were younger anyway, I don't think we really knew that that was even a possibility, that you could move to Hollywood or that you could make movies. It wasn't a part of our reality, you know. And then, you know, when we were kids and we saw like The Fly and Videodrome, you know. A Videodrome especially because it was shot in Canada, but it was like, you know, I mean, I know now as I'm older that's not a Hollywood film, but like by my standards when I was a kid, it was somehow, and it was shot in Canada, and you know, I think it was it suddenly, like, you know, it all became possible, you know. Film that helps you to live. What's a film that helps me to live? Howard the Duck. You ever see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a duck, you know, but
Yeah.
it's very dark.
Yeah.
And I remember a scene where there was like, and it was like kind of like sexual, you know. This is like sexy ducks, and there's I remember there's a scene where he crashes into this lady's apartment and she's showering, and it's like a, you know, a naked duck. You see like her naked duck breasts, you know? It was very, it was shocking.
Such a lucky girl in love.
Detroit. You know, I had a chance to work there as an actor for a couple days on a film with George Clooney. And I was just, you know, I just fell in love with it. It has this, it's just got this incredible history, you know. It's the birth of like Motown, techno, the middle class, the Model T. So for me it was, and for us when we were making the film, it was, became like, how do we film what's not here? Because you can't put it in the frame. So that was a challenge, you know, but it's definitely, those things are, it's not like a, you hear the term ghost town, you know, but it's not that at all. It's like it's like the ghost of the town, you know, it's like the memories and the ghosts of buildings, and they're you know, how would we shoot that? So the film sort of became like an experience of trying to capture that somehow. What has being a director taught you? Patience. Sorry, what has being a director taught you? Yeah. You know, I think I used to feel like filmmakers were like magicians, you know, and that it was magic. And I think when you work with enough of them, you realize that they're just really hard workers, and they work harder than anyone else. It just becomes a part of, it's so different from other things that I've done, because you know, other experiences I've had, maybe they're 3 months or 6 months, but this whole thing was probably about 3 years. So, you know, just getting to spend that amount of time with something and wrestle with it, it becomes a real relationship, you know. And you know, there's all these problems, and you have to solve them, you know. Can you prove me without words that you know exactly what is a French kiss? Celine?
She wouldn't tell me. Sorry for that.
It's funny, you know.
I just French kissed the pillow.
Okay, thanks. Fair enough.
A lot.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
I'm sorry for this last question, but I had to.
You got it. You got to do it.
Tell me the question.
Thank you.
Thank you.